express your thoughts, and session will be start immediately.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to present something in front of you. So again, once again, I thanking all of you and all the management, all the staff members, all the students, and whoever is there in your college. So thank you all. The topic given to me is Python for machine learning. And nowadays, almost all of you are facing different problems, facing different scenarios, and how Python and machine learning is helping us to get rid of those problems, and how effectively we can give a solution using these two technologies. So that is the theme of our today's session, and I am going to focus on that. But before going to that, let me introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Sachin Arun Thanekar. I'm from Sangamner. For 18 years, I worked with Amrut Vaini College of Engineering and recently shifted to MIT Aicte University as an associate professor and head of the AI department of MIT Aicte, Artificial Intelligence and Analytics department. And I'm also working as an industry institute facilitator over there. And under that portfolio, I'm contacting different companies for MOUs, workshop, FDPs, training, placements, and that portfolio is going to be for my AI department, and I'm working on that. And I'm on the verge of completion of my postdoc as well from European University, USA, and within next 2 months or so, I'm going to finish that postdoc as well. I completed my PhD from KL University, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, and ME from Diva Patil Pune, B from Amrut Vaini Sangamner itself. So this is my brief introduction. This is our today's session objectives. At the end of the session, what you can expect from me, and these are the objectives for that session. That understanding why Python is used for machine learning. So why we have chosen Python and why we have chosen machine learning for that. So that understanding is very important. Then how to set up Python environment. That is very, very important, because if you don't know how to set up your environment and how to do programming for that, it will be of no use. And then how to work with different Python libraries so that you can have different functionalities under your project. Then we will try to implement some basic ML models and how this Python and ML can map with the diploma faculty and diploma students. So that is the outline of our today's session. Now may I ask you, have you seen this logo anywhere?
Yes.
Have you seen where? Good. It is the logo of Python, and this is well-known logo to you, right? So before going to start, the question is, what is Python actually? And you must be knowing that Python is a language, right? And Python is a programming language. But today, I will tell you that Python is not just a language, it is something more than that. And I'm sure that nobody up till now has seen Python from that aspect, right? So let us see, as you people know, Python is general purpose, high level programming language, right? And that already is known to you, and you people are using Python for your curriculum, for teaching to students and for their assignments and all, and you are already well familiar with this aspect of the Python. But apart from that, you must know. Apart from that, you must know that general purpose, the word is very important. So Python is not the language for only computer engineers, or for say only for IT people, or only for the branches where programming is related. No. So that is not the thing. Python is a general purpose language which can be used by civil engineering, which can be used by mechanical, or any branch, or by any person who don't even know how to program and what to program. And that person can also use Python. So that is the simplicity of this language. And these are the some of the versions of that Python. That 1994 January, 2000, then 2000 December, then the recent one is June 2023. So these are the different versions of Python, and these versions will be keep coming in the market, and you have to always be in a position to know that these are the versions and we are programming in these versions, right? So this is a continuous process, and these versions will be keep coming in the market. So need not to worry about. Only thing related to Python is that, say for example, if you are using Python 3.0 and you did all the tasks in Python 3.0 and you have taken that code or that project in your pen drive and you are trying to run that project say on Python 1.0, probably some of the functionalities will not run because Python is not having backward compatibility. Are you getting my point? The most important thing, that backward compatibility is not there. The meaning of backward compatibility, if you are using some higher version of Python for your programming, that cannot be run on the lower versions of the Python, the simplest meaning of that. So always keep in mind which version of Python you are using. And while programming and while installing, always try to have that information with you. That I am using this version of the Python, so that errors can be minimized and the same project can be reproduced at some other location with that implementation, right? So just keep in mind that Python version is very important and it is not backward compatible. Then Python has many reasons to use, right? Many reasons. These are some of the reasons given why people are preferring Python nowadays. There are so many languages, and in our diploma syllabus we have C++, Java, am I right? These languages are there. C++, Java and basic languages. And with those languages, Python is also included. But if you ask any student, if you ask any faculty member, if you ask any common faculty or any common person, which language is better? Definitely, out of 10 people, 9 will say Python is better. Why they are saying so? The reason is very simple. Code readability, right? We can easily read that code. That is the most important factor. Then shorter codes, Python codes, the program which is there in C language, that is shorter in C++, again shorter in Java, again in Python that program is shorter in Python. So that's why people are preferring Python. Simple, short and readable codes. So that makes this Python language very different from other languages, and that is the most important factor behind the success of this Python. Because for any language, for any concept understanding, Python can give you all the insight just by reading the code. Later on I will show you how that is helpful for us to understand. Then within fewer lines of code one can finish the job. That is again the important. You must be knowing, if it is short and simple, people will love it. If it is 10 pages, people will love it. But if it is one paragraph, probably people will read it with some interest. And if you are writing it for 10 pages, nobody bother about that what is written and for what purpose it is written and what is inside that 10 pages. So nobody will do it. So that is the success of Python language. Then, as I told you, this is not known to you. And nobody, I bet nobody highlighted this. From where Python came from. So this is that name, the Zen of Python. And from here Python started. The Zen of Python, it is known as PEP20, in short PEP20, and some principles are given. There are around 20 principles of Python. Python is based on 20 different principles, and I am just highlighting some of the important principles. Now if you read it, beautiful is better than ugly. Explicit is better than implicit. Simple is better than complex, and complex is better than more complex. Where you cannot avoid complexity, here you have to use complex. Right? Let us see one by one. The first principle, beautiful is better than ugly. The most important principle of Python, that prefer elegant, aesthetically pleasing code over messy or convoluted alternatives. Beauty in code means following conventions, using meaningful names and clean formatting, making it enjoyable to read and maintain. Here beautiful means that pleasant feel must be there after reading that. Right? So Python is giving that feel to people. That's why beautiful is better than ugly. If you are going through the Java code, you must have observed it is very tedious job to go through Java code and to understand what is written inside that. If you are going to C++ code, probably you have to analyze something in that code and you have to think, and you need prior knowledge of that code. Then only you will be able to analyze that code. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
You need some knowledge to understand that code. But here is the difference of Python. Without any knowledge, you can understand it. I will show you later on. These are those 20 principles that I am talking about, and already I am going to share this PPT with you. In that PPT, all the principles are given. Later on, you can search for these principles, and based on these 20 principles, how Python is helping us. Then second principle, explicit is better than implicit. Let me give you a simple example of this. Explicit is better than implicit. In Marathi, we have a common phrase, Durun Dongar Saja. What it means? The things which are far away, that are quite okay. If you are going to face those things very near to you, it will be troublesome. For example, I have say 100 numbers. I have 100 numbers, and I want to work with those 100 numbers. Right? Say binary search. How many of you know binary search? What about others? You don't know? Okay, it is just the searching technique. And the requirement for that searching technique is that first you have to sort your numbers, either in ascending order or in descending order. That means either start from 0 to 100 or from 100 to 0. Like that, you have to sort your numbers first. The first requirement. And then based on that, different algorithm is written that take the index of first number, take the index of last number. First index is known as I, last index is known as j. I plus j divided by 2. So you will get one value, and that value will be the mid. That means the mid of that list. And based on that, again 3 different conditions are there. Right? So this is the algorithm which will work after sorting. Right?
Yes.
We have say 100 numbers and we have calculated the mid I plus j divided by 2. Say 50. For example, 50. I got 50. So index number 50 is my mid. And I want to search a number say 101 in that list. Whether 101 is there in that list or not. First it will be checked with that mid. If it is equal to mid, that process ends there itself. If it is not equal to mid, it is less than mid. That means mid is greater than that number. So we know after mid all are the higher numbers. So directly we can skip those 50 numbers and we will move to left side. So initially we have 100 numbers. Now as per our algorithm we have only 50 numbers. So again we have to repeat same process. Again we have to take index of first, index of last, and again we have to calculate the mid of that 50. So it becomes 25. Again we will check whether it is higher or greater than 25. Again it is lesser than that mid. Again we will skip 25 and we will focus on the remaining 25. So in this way we can reduce our job. But when this job can be done? When this job can be done? If your numbers are sorted, then only we can calculate mid, then only we can skip the numbers, and we definitely know that if the number is lesser than mid, so there is no need to go for higher numbers to check whether that number is there or not. Are you agree or not? If I know that after 50 all the numbers are greater than the required number, so why to check for those numbers? Why to waste time over there? Right? But this is after sorting. So what this principle is suggesting, explicit is better than implicit. Suppose in Python I have a function for sorting a number. Directly I can provide a list to that function, and explicitly I will call that function and get my job done. That sort these numbers for me. But this is not the case in C or C++. There we have to write a sorting program on our own. And if you are making some mistake in sorting and somehow you are not able to sort, then what about remaining? Even if you know how to find a number, even if you know that the rest of the program is correct and there is a mistake in sorting only, it is of no use. So why not to go for explicit functionality which is already available? If that sort function is already available, why you are wasting time on that sorting? Are you getting my point? So if explicit is better, it is better to use. Right? So your efforts will be minimized by Python like this. Are you getting my point? So in C or in C++, you have to write 15-20 lines for just to sort those numbers. But Python is giving you simply explicit function for that. You simply call that function, give input to that function, it will give you output as sorted list. And then we will apply our algorithm on that sorted list. So our job is reduced by 50% by just taking some implicit help. So that is the advantage of the Python. So that's why while solving any problem, while solving any project problem in our scenario, Python is helping us in that sense. Right? So Python is helping in that sense. See here now. The implicit and explicit is shown. Now this is something technical, okay? The non-computer people still they can understand, right? In case of C or C++, how we are writing and what Python is giving us, direct function static underscore cast, static underscore cast, double, right? Directly linked. So we need not to bother about what they are doing and how they are doing. Simply use those functions and get your job done. So this is the simplest form. Then the next principle is simple is better than complex. Simple is better than complex. Now, the idea behind is that if you have a straightforward solution, need not to go for any complexity. Just make it simple, understandable, readable, so that your interest will be there. In Marathi generally we are saying, आपल्याला जर असं खाता येत असेल तर असं पाठीमागून हात घेऊन कशाला खायचं, बरोबर? इन हिंदी अगर सीधी उंगली से घी निकल रहा है तो उंगली टेढ़ी क्यों करनी, राइट? सो दैट इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ पाइथन. Again we will take that example of binary search, that if we have a function for sorting a number, why to write a function for sorting? Just use it and do your job. So rest of the time you can invest that time for better activities by saving that time. So that is the idea behind. So here that simplicity in case of Python is shown. Is it readable? So simplicity. While reading that code itself, one can understand that how simple that Python is just by reading, and you need not to go for complexity. The next principle is complex is better than complicated. Now this principle will come into picture only when you have to use complexity. Okay, you have to use complexity. The first principle is suggesting that simple is better than complex, but sometimes we have some tedious conditions and we cannot avoid those conditions and we have to go for complexity. Then in that case, use that complexity, but do not make it complicated. In Hindi, what we can say? थोड़ा टेडियस काम है, लेकिन उसमें उलझना नहीं. बस अपना काम करो, अपना आउटपुट ले लो, and job done. Right? So Python is allowing us. So these are some of the codes. These are some of the codes. If this is the simple and sometimes we have to go complex like that, So if it can be done with the help of Python, don't think about the complexity and don't make it more complicated. Just use functions and get your job done. Right? Otherwise, what some people are saying, that you are using ready-made code for sorting numbers. Why you have not written your own code? At that point, you have to defend yourself. At that point, you have to defend yourself. That if functionality is there, why not to use? Why not to use? You may ask out the question. Yesterday only, I was in some session and I was presenting code there. And some person asked question to me that you must have done this, you must have done that, and you have to do this, you have to do that. I simply countered that person and I told them, if government of India is giving me all the data in ready-made format and government of India is publishing that data as an authenticated source, then why I have to collect that data again? Are getting my point? During my presentation, that person asked, you are using ready-made data. Why you have not collected data through sensors? Why you have not collected data through sensors? I asked immediately to that person. Actually, that person was my postdoc guide and one of the committee members of that postdoc. And he asked me, why you have not collected data? I directly said, that is not the part of my project. That means indirectly you are cross-questioning government of India. Why? Because I have shown you authenticated source of that data, that government of India is giving me this facility and with their banner I am using that data. That means they have done all that job for me and I am simply referring that data. So why I have to waste time for that, just simply collecting data to put sensors in different parts of the city and to get that data? What difference it will make to my research? I asked him, you suggest me what difference it will make to me. That person did not have any answer for that. That person did not have any answer. Then I again asked him one more question. If it is making something significant difference to my research, then only I will do, otherwise I will not do. Directly I will. That person agreed. And I asked one person, do you have any question on this? So all the other members said, no question, because you are right. Government of India is giving you data. So similarly, in the same fashion, you can defend yourself. If Python is giving me that facility, then why not to use facility? And what difference it will make in my algorithm, in my understanding, in my work? What difference it will make? If I use ready-made function and if I use the function which are written by me, what difference it will make? I just want sorted numbers. By using ready-made, numbers are sorted. By my own algorithm as well as numbers are sorted. So what difference it will make to my progress and what difference it will make to my work? So if facility is there, why not to use? So this is the trend nowadays. In Python, people are cross-questioning that all the functions are ready-made. All the functions are ready. So how you can defend? If you want, I can tell you the logic of that function. How these numbers are sorted. That's all. But there is no need to implement that function again because it is already implemented. Right? And if still that person is having some question, you can tell the logic. Sir, I can explain you the logic, and by this logic, one can get the sorted numbers. That's all. So that is the part. Complex is better than complicated. So don't make it complicated. If it is complex, use it, but try to have a common sense. You must know the logic of that program and you must know the logic of that functionality. And is it That much difficult to understand the logic. Nowadays, you people are having ChatGPT, Gemini, right? So every answer will be there. You just ask what kind of algorithm is implemented behind this functionality in Python. That ChatGPT will give you all the answers. And just learn that answer. Just have a look on that answer and have your solution. That's all. So just try to use common sense for your day-to-day life and make it simple for you. So don't make it complicated. Complex can be there, complexity can be there, but complication should not be there. Right? Then the most important concept, readability counts. Readability counts. If your code is not readable, even the developer will get bored by that code if it is not readable. That's why earlier people were hating the jobs of developers and they were trying to find some jobs in testing or in networking, or they are shifting after some years, they are shifting to some different domains like cloud computing, and they are refusing the job of development because earlier developers were having that headache of that coding to understand it. And you must be knowing that the whole code is not developed by a single person. Rather, modules are given to different people, and different people are submitting their different modules, and then those modules are integrated. So in that case, what we have to do? The code which is not developed by you have to understand that code. Then you have to learn how, in what way I can integrate that code with my code. A big headache. Now Python solved that problem for us. Python is already giving you that you just develop this code and integrate by this way. It made it simple for us. So that's why Python is very advantageous for us. And this is the simplest form of Python code where everything is readable. Just by reading the code itself, one can understand what is written inside that code. In the practical session, I will show you. I will share a notebook and I will show you how you can create your own Python project and how you can create different projects under your own notebook. You need not to install anything at all, and just you have to have some Google account, and by that Google account only you will get all your code anywhere in the world without installing. You simply have some Google account. That's all. It is just like a Google Drive that I will show you later. So what are the takeaway from this basic principles of Python? That these principles promote Pythonic code. Pythonic code. Elegant, clear and maintainable. So three words are Pythonic means elegant, clear and maintainable. Because if you read the code, you can easily maintain it and it looks very simple. So that's why your interest will retain in that code. Then follow PEP8 and always ask, is this beautiful, explicit, simple and readable code? Right? While coding, always ask these four questions. Is it beautiful? It looks beautiful? Yes. If it is explicit, function available, why not to use that function? If it is simple, then it will be more readable for me. So like that, ask questions to yourself first and then go for Python programming. So make that program like that way. And you have to run simply a command. Import this. Type these two words only in Python. Import this. You will get all 1920 principles of Python. They are on your screen. So in practical session, we will do that. Now, why to learn Python? We have seen the principles. Then why to learn Python? Because of its simplicity. Because if it is not simple, people will not learn. So that's why most students are preferring Python language nowadays, as it is very simple. See, here one example is shown. In Java, we have written I think 3 lines of text, and with those curly brackets 7 lines, right? But for that same purpose, in Python there is only 1 line. Instead of 7 lines, there is only 1 line code in Python. So this much simple is the Python, and that code is more readable than the Java code, right? Because just by reading Python code, you will be able to understand what is there in that Python code. Am I right or wrong? Just see there in Java code, public, class, hello world. These are the technical words. The person who don't know about these words, what he can say, what he can understand. But the person who don't know Python or don't know programming, just by them reading that print hello world, immediately can tell it will print hello world on the screen. So this is the simplicity of the Python. Then the second aspect is the scalability. We can easily add, we can easily remove any elements from the Python at any point of time without hampering the original functionality of the code. So we can add or we can delete at any point of time. Then the most important thing in Python, explicit is better than implicit. So we have libraries available. We have libraries available. So explicitly we can call those libraries for our function. For example, I want to generate some graphs through Python. I can directly call that library and I will use those functions for my job. That's all. If I don't want that function, I will remove that function. So explicitly you can add, or if not needed, you can remove it as well. Right? So that is the advantage. Then the most important and one of the, what we can say, need of the hour, huge community. You are getting good support from the community. Type anything about Python, immediately you will get answer on Google, immediately you will get answer on ChatGPT or on any blog. So that community people are more in Python than any other language. So they are always giving you proper solutions. They will learn your problem and they will try to solve that problem and will give you the solution for that. So while deciding for any language, community support is very important. Because if you don't have people in that area working, then who will solve your problem? Who will help you for that? So that community is very important. And most importantly, jobs and salary. In Python, you have lot of job opportunities because Python is saving time. And how Python is saving time? Because Python is supporting AI and machine learning. So that's why it is saving our time, it is saving our day-to-day activities time so that we can utilize our time properly for our benefit and we can get more money for that. Now let me tell you a simple example for that. What I am doing. If my management is doing me any task, I have few Python codes available. For example, my management is asking how many students are absent today. I will simply give them today's attendance list and I will provide that attendance list to Python program. Python program directly give me analysis. Number of students present, number of students absent. Then how many students are below 40% average, how many are below 50, how many are below 60. Right? So whatever I want, I will simply write a program code for that and I will define my input that every time I will give you input in the form of say Excel sheet and you have to just go through that Excel sheet and make my job simple. Right? Thus, I can save my time and I can utilize that time for some another work, for research work or for any other work. Right? So this saves our time. These are some of the application areas. Already you are well familiar with these applications. web development, machine learning, desktop GUI, have to use that, then web scraping, then data science and visualization, the most upcoming field nowadays, software development for all these purposes. And these are not the only areas. Apart from this, there are many more areas. Let me give you a simple example. In your cars, nowadays AI and Python is working in your cars. They are showing you different routes. That Google Map is the application of Python itself, is the application of AI itself. That map with respect to your route. And they are updating dynamically, they are giving you all the values and that. So it is helping us in every field. For example, boiler, mechanical people. So boiler, if temperature goes high, then the expected temperature, immediately boiler should be turned off. So who is doing for that? AI, and AI is implemented with the help of Python. So it is helping us in that sense, or any language can be used for that. Now, for getting different sources, these are the websites python.org, through which you are getting different versions of Python. Simply you have to download that version, and straightforward installation is there. There is no trick in that installation. Simply go on clicking next, it will install Python. And if you don't want to install anything at all on your computer system, there are ready-made compilers, interpreters available, and the most commonly used is gigs for gigs interpreter. So that link is also given. Otherwise, there are thousands of online interpreters available for Python. You simply open any of the site and you will get all the information. Simply type your code there and get it run there itself on the website. So no need to copy it on your computer or anywhere. Simply open website, type your code there on website itself, get your output from website itself, and copy it as a file. It will give you PDF or whatever form you want. In that, just download that file. That is simple. So that facility is given by Python. Then these are the most popular sources and the PPTs used by the Python community people. And these are freely available on these links. So you can find later on these links and you can download it. Later on in the lab session you can go for this and you simply download Python basics, then introduction to Python for beginners, then introduction to basics Python, then Python programming PPT, the most common. So even if you don't know how to program in Python, what to do with Python, what we can do with Python, then you just go through this and you will find a lot of resources over there. And once you read these resources, you can find similar resources again from these links. You must be knowing that. So this is all about Python, the basic introduction about Python. I am not going through the basic codes and all that because I am assuming that the basics of Python is already known to you. You already know how to do a hello world program in Python. Am I right or not? You at least know how to write a hello world program in Python. So I am assuming that. That's why I am not again focusing on those basics. Then let us come to second part of our session. That is, why this Python for machine learning? Question is, there are so many languages. C is available, C++ is available, Java is available. Many such different languages are available. Then why Python for machine learning? Because already we discussed all these 4 points, and that makes Python suitable for these machine learning algorithms. That's why 99% people prefer Python language for machine learning. 99% people. There are some odds who are choosing some different languages, but 99% people are using Python for machine learning. So these are the topics that we will cover in this session. That is, what is machine learning? Then there are three different categories for that machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the Python libraries which are used for these machine learning algorithms. What exactly is the machine learning? So that is written on the board. The capability of artificial intelligence systems, AI systems, to learn by extracting patterns from data is known as machine learning. Let us simplify it with some example. For example, I am searching for a computer system or a laptop. My range is up to 50,000 rupees. My configuration is say i5, minimum i5 computer processor, 500 GB hard disk, and I am searching in that category. Now I use these many attributes for that I want to buy a computer system or a laptop. Cost should not exceed 50,000 rupees. Minimum processor i5, minimum hard disk capacity 500 GB. These are my requirements, and I am searching for that on some online site like say Amazon, Flipkart. I am searching on it, and immediately after 10 seconds, 15 seconds, they are showing you, you may buy this, and they are giving you in 50,000 rupees laptop plus printer, laptop plus printer plus USB pen drive for 50,000 rupees. But we never ask that I want to buy a printer, because I am searching for only laptop or computer system. So from where it came from that you may buy a printer or you may buy a pen drive with that computer system? From where? It is the machine learning. It is the machine learning algorithm. Now how it works in that scenario? You must be knowing there is a concept of cookies. Do you know? Sometimes it is showing you enable cookies, your cookies are disabled, macros are disabled, you enable it. So they are taking information from your computer system and they are capturing some information that what you are searching for, say computer system. What is your cost? 50,000 rupees. Now they have machine learning algorithms that if some person is searching for computer system costing 50,000 rupees and we have laptops up to 40,000 rupees, still that person can spend 10,000 rupees. How we can improve our business? By suggesting we have offer for you. The printer price is 15,000 rupees, but we can give a computer plus printer in 50,000 rupees for you. Right? So machine learning algorithm understands from them. Now is it possible to understand directly? Before that we have to do something. So what is that pre-processing? They must have written some scenarios. They must have stored some data somewhere that if similar data is there, you apply your logic there directly. Right? If some person is coming to you in your college, some student is coming to you, a student asks you, Madam, where is principal's office? So probably for the first time you don't know where is principal's office, and you will inquire something, and then you will tell to that person that go to second floor and there is the principal's office and you meet them. Say after 5 minutes, one more student is coming and asking you, Where is principal's office? Whether you are going to repeat the same process again? No. What you can do then in that case, what you are doing in that case? You are directly telling them go on second floor, on the left there is principal office. Because you have applied your own machine learning algorithm. Initially you train yourself. Trained. What training you are given? That principal office is located on second floor, on the left side. So your brain is trained. And when similar situation arises, your brain is applying your machine learning algorithm. Right? And you are directly giving logic for that and applying that algorithm, solving your problem. If say after 8 days, one more student is coming, madam, where is principal's office? Again, your model is already trained. You know where is principal's office. Your model is giving you output. And directly you are telling to that person that principal office is on second floor. So in similar way, we have to train our computer systems. We have to train our computer models that this is our data. As per that data, we have created some model, and whenever similar situation comes, you give that data to that model will give you direct output. Right? So that model is trained like that if person is buying computer, suggest these many things which are related to computer. Have you ever seen that you are searching for a computer system and it is showing you may buy a t-shirt with computer system? No, you will never get that kind of stuff because that is not trained like that. Right? Almost all of you are using Facebook, Instagram. Am I right?
Yes.
Have you ever do you know Narendra Modi?
No.
Even if you know Narendra Modi. But have you ever got such kind of suggestion? No. Then question arises, what to train and how to train your algorithm. Right? So it is up to us what we are going to train to that model. And then model will work accordingly. Right? Many people are saying AI is going to replace human beings. Is it possible? Is it possible?
No.
Not at all possible. AI will never replace human being because AI itself is created by human. Human can destroy it, human can easily bypass it. AI cannot take your job. People are claiming we have ChatGPT is doing all the things for us. Right? But what to ask that ChatGPT is your brain, is your logic. What to get from that ChatGPT? ChatGPT on its own cannot give you anything. It's your logic. What to get from that ChatGPT? So it's your machine learning. So in this way, that machine learning is helping us. So this is some of the more information about that, but in practical session we will directly see, okay, about the rest of the aspects of that machine learning. You just read it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now the next very important point. Machine learning is automated process and it is not a manual process because automatically it is running behind the scenarios. Like I told you the example of student and teacher, and second example of online buying computer systems, right? So you are not doing anything, you are not manually doing anything, simply automatically it comes from either from your mind or directly from the computer system itself, right? So no human intervention is needed in that sense, because human is already intervened and then program it, right? So as per that program, machine learning will work. So these are some of the applications of that machine learning which we are using in our diploma stream. That is speech recognition, natural language processing. These are the subjects, right? Then computer vision is also one of the subjects and one of the units in I think natural language processing subject. Then medical analysis in artificial intelligence, in robot controlling mechanical and automation branches, computational biology, right, in first year. So in every field that machine learning can help you, and it can give you lot of information regarding that. These are some of the applications of machine learning algorithms where these are working. Let us take an example of Google search. Everybody is using Google website and searching. Suppose you type SVCET. How that machine will come to know you are searching for Sayadri Valley College of Engineering and Technology? Because you have typed only SVCET. And it is giving you correct information that SVCET stands for Sayadri Valley College of Engineering and Technology. Is there only one entity related to SVCET in the world? There might be so many thousands, lakhs of entities, but how they are searching and how they are giving you the correct input. So machine learns that you are searching from near to Aicte or near to SVCET or from Maharashtra. So they are relating that information. That from Maharashtra, what is SVCET? So there is one college near to SVCET, say in Mumbai. One more college is in Aicte named SVCET. Then which is the correct college? Correct search for this. Then probably it will try to find what is the Google profile of this person. This person belongs to Aicte. That means he is interested in SVCET Aicte. And then it is giving you the correct output. So machine learns all the things automatically behind your search, and then it is correlating those things, and then it is giving me all the outputs. So like that, in every application, these machine learning algorithms are working. Now, why these algorithms are so much beneficial for us, for our application development? Because of the powerful processing. Like I told you, that if within a word sort, I can sort thousands of numbers within one line of code. Then faster processing, better processing, less resources can be used. So that's why the powerful processing is very important. Then better decision making and prediction easily can be done with the help of this machine learning. Nowadays, you might have observed that messages on your mobile phones that you may expect heavy showers within 3 hours in your area. Have you read that kind of message? तुम्ही वाचलाय तुमच्या मोबाईलवर असा काही मेसेज? पुढच्या 3 तासात तुमच्या भागात खूप पाऊस पडणार आहे. So that is machine learning and prediction. So they in weather forecasting they are using that machine learning algorithm. They are going through thousands of years of data. So through those thousands of years they have many different similar situations over there. On the basis of those similar situations they are predicting that out of say 10 times, 9 times it is happened that there is heavy shower. So it will be heavy shower in your area. So like that they are having different factors for that. Then accurate. If they are giving you message that within 3 hours there will be heavy showers. So definitely there will be heavy showers. When we were in the schools, at that time the weather forecasting was very poor. Very poor. Nowadays they are giving you accurate results, more final results, because this is continuously evolving field and algorithms are continuously evolving. Then affordable data management, you need not to invest anything at all for Python programming. It is quite cheap. Then big data problem can be solved by Python programming, because as I told you, within a single line of code you can have thousands of records sorted within one line only, and it will give you within fraction of seconds as well. So that's why machine learning is very beneficial using Python. Now this is our traditional model and machine learning model. Traditional programming model. You have data and you have to write some program, like a C program, say addition of two numbers. You have A equal to 2, you have B equal to 5. Then you have to write a program that print A plus B, right? You have to write your program. Then it will get connected to that data, and that data will be analyzed, processed, and you will get results. But machine learning is not working like that. What machine learning is doing? You have data, you have results, right? You have to store data as well as you have to store results. Then you have to provide some new data. Then you have to provide some new data. And based on that new data, it will give you program directly. And then you can use those programs. So in short, you have data and you have results. Then you have to build a computational model, right? Computational model. And that computational model is your program. When any new data is coming, you just give that data to that computational model. And that computational model knows how to process that data, because it is already having results, it is already having data, and you are providing simply data, right? So that computational model is analyzing that data and it is giving you directly programs. So in this way, machine learning is working, right? So approach is quite different. So that's why we are building different models for that. So here is the basic philosophy shown. Here seeds are algorithms, nutrients your data, gardener yourself, and plants are the programs. Now these are the some machine learning techniques: classification, categorization, clustering, trend analysis, anomaly detection, visualization, decision making. In practical session, we will go within 10 minutes over there, right? So we'll just finish this quickly. Now in machine learning, these are the different types of learning. Supervised learning, that training data includes desired outputs. That means output is already known to us. Unsupervised learning, training data does not include desired outputs. It only know how to process, but don't know what will be the output. In supervised, we already know what can be the output of this code. Say if we are adding something, 2 plus 5, we already know answer must be 7. This is already. But if we are doing in it unsupervised learning, it does not know that 2 plus 5 means what. It can be anything. So only algorithm is trained and algorithm is giving you outputs, but it cannot be compared. We have to analyze those outputs. Then semi-supervised, some parts supervised, some parts not supervised. And reinforcement learning, when there is sequential data, we have to go for this reinforcement learning. So sequential data, that is time series analysis, like say share market analysis. What are the share prices at different points of time during a day? Time series analysis is there. So there you have to go for reinforcement. So this is more about supervised learning that we will see in the practical session. Now, libraries and packages. Basically, these are the most commonly used libraries in Python. NumPy for mathematical operations, then Pandas for data analysis, Matplotlib for plotting graphs and graphical works, scikit-learn for data analysis and data mining tasks, and Seaborn again for data visualization. So these are the most commonly used libraries. And apart from that, people have customized their own libraries and they are also publishing their own libraries for some specific purpose. As it is open source, anybody can create its own library and can be uploaded on the community, and then people will start using those libraries for their purpose. Now intentionally I am showing you this. Intentionally I am showing this. Why? Because just a minute, I will show you. Why I am showing you this? Because on this link, just see, awesome machine learning and deep learning tutorials for Google Colabs. So many tutorials along with mini projects, are already posted on this. And at any point of time, you can get all the concepts, all the related projects from here only. Right? So whatever you want with related to your field, almost all the things are there. See here, so suppose supervised learning plots. See here. How to plot, that code is already given here. Right? That code is already given in that, just see that blue bracket, in that code is already written, and this plot is the output of that code. So how to plot graphs, what to do, see here, different kind of graphs along with code and its output. So everything is given on that resource. At any point of time, you just save this link, and if you want similar kind of code for your project, if you want to teach to your students, just get that code and learn that code and teach it to your students. Or if you want to customize it as per your own need, you can customize that program, and ChatGPT is there to help you. You can create a program where plot different 10 different kind of plots, 10 different graphs through a single program. So you can write it. So here different plots are given, their codes are given, then what people are saying about those, right? So this is just the one. Like that, there are so many different sources are available. Shall we go to practical session now? So this is all from